Welcome back for session 13. Here I will explain entity, attributes, and so on. First, let us see what is entity. It is an object or thing in the real world, but it is having the independent existence. Example, you take place, it is also entity. You take person, also entity. Thing, also entity, and so on. Entity can be classified into two types. First one, strong entity. Second one, weak entity. Strong entity. It is an entity which does not depend upon another entity. It never depends on another entity. The symbol, rectangular symbol is there, no? Is used for representing a strong entity. Second one, no? Weak entity. It is an entity which will depends upon the key entity. There is a key entity is there. It will depend on that entity. This will be represented by the symbol rectangular, within that another rectangular. If you want to represent a strong entity, we can use the rectangular. If you want to represent a weak entity, we can use a rectangle inside another rectangle. When you use a rectangular inside another rectangle, that is weaker. If you use only single rectangular, that is strong. Next, attribute. It is a property or characteristics that describes an entity or relationship and both. If you want to represent attribute, you can use the oval symbol. Types of attributes. First one, there are two types. Sorry, there are several types are there. First one, simple attribute. It is an attribute which cannot be divided into subparts. It consists of a single atomic value. Only single atomic value. Example, register number. It is a unique. Yes, it is a unique. And so on. Use the oval symbol inside that you write a simple attribute. Age or register number, whatever you want. Second one, composite attribute. It is an attribute which can be further divided into subparts. This value not atomic. For example, you take address. Address having door number, house number, house name, class, street, city, district, and so on. This is called composite attribute. Next, single valued attribute. This attribute can have only a single value for particular entity. Example, a person can have only one date of birth. Students can have only one register number. That is what a single valued attribute. Next, multi-valued attribute. This attribute can have multiple values. Suppose phone number, example phone number, skill, knowledge. These are multi-valued attributes. Next one, derived attribute. It is an attribute derived from another attribute. Age is derived from the date of birth. Correct? This is a derived attribute. This is represented by dotted ovals. Null attribute, nothing is there, null, empty. Stored attribute, it stores values of the related attribute. Related. Then key attribute. It is attribute, it cannot allow duplicate values. It uses only the unique values. Represented by oval symbol. Inside symbol you write attribute, underline it. That is what you know. Key attribute. Thank you. See you in the next session. Welcome back. Here I will explain now entity type. You know that attribute type. Single, multiple, stored, key attribute and so on. Here I will explain entity type, entity and keys. Let us see what is entity. It is a collection or set of entities that have same attributes. It is a particular kind of file in a database. It represents the following. First one, a group of people. Second one, a group of objects. Third one, activities. Fourth one, concepts. Entity set. It is a collection of related entities of same type. It is a collection of related entities of same type. There may be several entities are there. If you collect together, but same entities, similar entities, then it is called entity set. Relationship. It is an association among the several entities. That is relationship. It can be represented by symbol. Oval, inside oval symbol, another oval, then you write whatever. Next, keys. An important constraint on the entities of an entity type is the key or uniqueness constraint on the attributes. Suppose you take a student detail, register number, name, class and so on. Register number is a key. Next, meaning of key attribute. An entity usually has an attribute whose value are distinct for each individual entity. This attribute uniquely identifies the individual entity. Such an attribute is called a key attribute. That means what? Students will take the examination in the particular university. Just university, what they will do, they will give the unique number for each and every student. That is key. By making use of that key is that what is this number, students can write the examination, you can saw the result and whatever. Example, in the employee entity type, ID is the key attribute, correct? Since no two employees can have same ID. Employee ID, that is unique. Types of keys: super key, candidate key, primary key. Set of attributes that collectively identifies an entity in an entity set. Entity set means what? It is having more, two or more entities. There, if we want to identify the particular thing, we can use the key. That key is called a super key. For example, register number, name, class, marks. This is student's information. Another, register number, name of the student, name of the parents, address, and so on. Another entity. By making a super key, what you can do? You can get the information of personal address of student as well as academic information. Candidate key. Minimal super key is called a candidate key. Suppose you take register number, name, class, and marks. Register number is a super key as well. Then name is a candidate key. That is super keys for the which no proper subset are a super key. That is candidate key. Suppose in a table having the tuples and domains. First you have to choose the super key, then you have to choose the primary key. Rest are candidate keys. Next, primary key. This is one of the candidate key chosen by the database designer to uniquely identify the entity set. Suppose if student want to get the result, just you have to give only the list number. Then you will get the detail about the result. Thank you. See you in the next session.